Searching CINAHL using keywords. Today we're going to search the CINAHL database using keyword strategies. Keyword strategies find words in the titles, the subjects, and the abstracts of all the records in a database. We're going to search the CINAHL database, and we'll get there from the library website, library.st.edu. Once at the library website, we'll click on the Databases button and then navigate to the CINAHL database. CINAHL stands for Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health. I can search for it by name. I can find it under C in the databases listing, or more quickly, find it among the popular databases listed on the page. CINAHL uses the EBSCO search interface, and we'll use that interface today to get at the CINAHL database. This is an interface used for lots of different databases, meaning lots of different collections of journal articles. A keyword strategy uses keywords that can be linked with and or. I'll use and to link the different aspects of the search, and I'll use or to link synonym terms. So a basic keyword search might use a single term for each of the different aspects of the search. Let's say I'm interested in finding alternative therapies for chronic pain. Alternative therapies might be things like herbal treatments or biofeedback or even yoga or tai chi to manage chronic pain. So I could search a single term, alternative therapies, and I could link that together using with and to the other facet of my search, which was chronic pain. Here I've searched a single term, and I know that the database will hit upon these words in the title, the abstract, and the subject fields if I hit the search button. A better strategy might be to use some synonym terms for each of those concepts. So here the database is suggesting some things, and I could go along with those if I like, or I could edit them. It's searching alternative therapies or alternative treatment or complementary therapy or holistic therapy. You'll notice these are linked with the Boolean operator or. Chronic pain, I could do a similar kind of search, persistent pain or long-term pain, or I could leave it at chronic pain, which I might do. I'll hit the search button, and I know that because I've linked several terms together with or, I'll get more results. I'll give the database more opportunity to hit on more articles that use different or derivative terms. This search result for this search yields 1,548 results or records. These are different articles that will display below my search. I could apply some filters to this search if I like. I could limit to just peer-reviewed articles or just articles that are in English. I could also limit by publication date, maybe to things published within the last 5 years. And there are a number of different limiters that I could apply: age, gender, geography, etc. For now, I'll just apply those two. So that you can see that it's applied these two limits to my search, and that has limited my search result that I'll review. Over on that left-hand sidebar, I can see projects, saved, recent activity, and alerts, in addition to new search and some additional research tools. In this middle pane, I see the display of all of the articles that my search retrieved, and I know that I can mark these, and I can also use the tools to cite them, add them to a project, which is sort of like a project folder, to share them with myself or someone else, or to download them. Navigating to full text, I can click down to the access options, and I often see PDF or online full text. That'll help me get to the full text of the article. Scrolling down the list, I can click on any records that I want to see in a more full format. Here I see where it's published, the database that I'm in, the authors, their affiliation, what kind of article it is, what kind of publication type it is, and the major and minor subjects. Again, to see the full text of the article, I'll click on the access links, and I should be able to access the PDF. To navigate back, I'll click that little back arrow. And to go back to my search results, I'll click back to the search results. My searches will be temporarily saved here in my recent activity and in my search history. When I log off, that will go away. However, I can save my history to the EBSCO cloud. I can sign into my EBSCO account. I'll sign in with my University Google account. And then if I want to save a search to look at later or to run again or modify later, I can do that by clicking the little save flag. Similarly, if I want to save to my EBSCO folder or my EBSCO saved results, any individual articles, I can do that as well by marking them for saving. Then when I look in my saved area, using that left-hand menu option, I can see all the articles or records that I've saved and all the searches that I've saved. When I come back into EBSCOhost and come back into the CINAHL database, I'll log into my EBSCO account, and these will be saved and waiting for me. So that was searching CINAHL using a keyword kind of strategy. We looked at applying limits or filters. We looked at marking and saving. We looked at signing into my EBSCO account. We navigated among the left-hand toolbar to our recent activity and our search history. And we also looked at accessing full text of the records that we found. For more help, contact library@stkate.edu or view our other tutorials on our website. Thanks.